श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. So yesterday in the previous class we saw ambasa bhidyate setuh tathā mantro api arakshitah paishunyat bhidyate snehah bhidyate vāgbhihi āturah. Setuhu ambasa bhidyate. The bridge breaks because of water. Okay, water destroys the bridge. Tathā mantro api arakshitah. Similarly, the mantra also will become destroyed, will become useless if it is not protected, if you don't chant it again and again. Paishunyat bhidyate sneha. Sneha, friendship. Paishunyat bhidyate. It gets destroyed because of Pishunata. Pishunata means doing cunning things, crooked things. Okay, so because of that, because of bad attitude, the friendship gets destroyed. Vagbhi aturah vidyate. Aturah, a person who is troubled, he gets destroyed because of his own words. Okay, tanna yuktam swaminah puroparjitam vanam tyaktum. Therefore, Lord, you should not give up your family. This whatever you have gained, this forest is your property of the family, so that you should not give up. Yatah, because bheri venu veena mridanga tala patah shankha kahaladi bhedena shabdaha aneka vidaha bhavanti. There are different kinds of sounds. There are sounds made by percussion instruments, sound by string instruments, by wind instruments, or tala vadyas means this brass etc. instruments. So cymbals. So these kind of there are different kinds of sounds which are produced by different instruments. Okay, na tad na kevala shabdamatra abhi bhetavyam. Just because you hear a sound, you should not be afraid of that. Uktañca, it is also said. What is said? Atyutkaṭe. From here we have to see. Atyutkaṭe cha raudre cha śatrau prāpte na hīyate dhairyaṃ yasya mahīnātho na yāti parābhavam. Atyutkaṭe cha raudre cha śatrau prāpte na hīyate dhairyaṃ yasya mahīnātho na yāti parābhavam. Atyutkaṭe raudre cha śatrau. Śatrau, the enemy. What kind of enemy? He is a very fierce, raudre, very fierce, and atyutkaṭe, and the fierce level is too high. It's very strong and very fierce, very arrogant and very fierce. That kind of śatrau, enemy, prāpte, is standing in front of you. Still, prāpte, even if you have him in front of you, na hīyate dhairyaṃ. If he does not, yasya mahīnātho na hīyate dhairyaṃ. That king who does not lose his valor, his fearlessness. Na yāti parābhavam. He can never be controlled. He can never be conquered. darśitabhaye'pi dhātari dhairyadhvaṃso bhavenna dhīrāṇām śoṣitasarasi nidāghe nitarāmevoddhataḥ sindhuḥ. darśitabhaye'pi dhātari dhairyadhvaṃso bhavet na dhīrāṇām śoṣitasarasi nidāghe nitarāmevoddhataḥ sindhuḥ. Dhātari darśitabhaye'pi. Dhātā yatha puruma kalpayat. Shruti statement, there is a statement which says dhātā yatha puruma kalpayat. The creator, dhātā means creator, vidhāta. The creator created as before, as it was in the previous cycle. Okay, so dhātari, that creator, darśitabhaye'pi, even if he instills fear in you. Meaning, see, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan shows this Vishvarupa to Krishna, Arjuna. Even though he gives Arjuna the capability to see that vision, it's not easily seen through these naked eyes. So you have to have a divine eye. So Bhagavan gives him that divine eyes. Not just that, even if you have a divine eye, you should have a very strong heart, otherwise you will die out of fear. So Bhagavan also gives him that strength, mental strength also. But still, Arjuna says, I am afraid of this form. Please revert back to your natural form. Even after that, he says, please revert. And this Arjuna, he himself fought against Shiva. So that is why he says, dhātari darśitabhaye'pi. There was one poet called Nakira. There was this simple Brahmin who wanted to gain this prize money, which the king said, okay, does the woman have natural fragrance in her hair or not? That is the question. So whoever can answer this question will get this prize money. So this Brahmin wanted that money. So he's crying in front of Shiva. Shiva gives him a shloka. Go and sell, give this and you will get the money. So the Brahmin comes and gives it to the king, and the king reads it and he is happy. It says the fragrance is natural. This fellow Nakira, he is a court poet. He sees that and he says, throws it away and says, this is wrong. We cannot give money for this. Okay. So this Brahmin comes back and tells Shiva, he said, you cannot. Shiva comes in a form of a poet, okay, rich poet. So, okay, let me come and fight with him. So they have a debate. In that debate, Shiva tries to convince that Nakira. Nakira says, no, there is a problem. Do you think no woman can have natural fragrance in her hair? No one. Even the one who you worship, the Shiva's wife Parvati, even if it is Shiva's wife Parvati, it cannot be natural. Then Shiva turns his third eye, opens his third eye. Opening a third eye means the third eye has the power to make things into ash. When you open the third eye, the fire comes. Okay, it spits fire. That's the idea. Okay. So when Shiva opens the third eye and tells Nakira, okay, look at me now, and now tell me, is there a problem with the poem? Then Nakira says, he folds his hand and says, okay, I understand. You may be Lord Shiva himself. My salutations to you. I don't care. Even if you are Lord Shiva, if you make mistake, it's a mistake. I cannot revert back. It's a mistake. Mistake is a mistake, even if you are Lord Shiva. Then all the story takes place. Thing is, even in front of the Dhata, the God, if a person does not become afraid, dhairyadhvaṃso bhavet na dhīrāṇām. Dhira, the valorous person, the fearless person, will never gain any fear. śoṣitasarasi nidāghe. Like nidāghe, when the sun is scorching, then śoṣitasarasi, the pond dries up. Śoṣita means shushka, it becomes dried. Okay, sarasi means pond. The pond dries. nitarāmevoddhataḥ sindhuḥ, the perennial river, the river which flows from the beginning till the end in the ocean continuously without any break in between. So that kind of continuous flow river, it is called as a perennial river, and that river is a Sindhu, one of the rivers. Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Ganga, Yamuna, etc. These are all that kind of perennial rivers. So perennial river, even if it is scorching heat, it will never dry up. In fact, during the summer season, because of the melting ice, it will flow more. tathā. And therefore, yasya na vipadi viṣādaḥ saṃpadi harṣo raṇe na bhīrutvam tam bhuvanatrayatilakaṃ janayati jananī sutaṃ viralam. Yasya na vipadi viṣādaḥ saṃpadi harṣah raṇe na bhīrutvam tam bhuvanatrayatilakaṃ janayati jananī sutaṃ viralam. Yasya na vipadi viṣādaḥ. Vipadi, in a in a situation, vipadi, in a bad situation, viṣādaḥ na, one who does not grieve, one does not gain sorrow, fear. Saṃpadi harṣo, when he gains something, he does not, na harṣo, to understand na there also. He does not jump out of joy. Raṇe na bhīrutvam, and in the battlefield, he does not gain fear. One who does not gain fear, one who does not gain sorrow, one who does not gain happiness. That is how you have to connect. Okay. Tam bhuvanatrayatilakaṃ, that kind of person who is a forehead mark for the whole of three worlds. That he is a prime person. That kind of person. Bhuvanatrayatilakaṃ, tilakam, that is given such an important. Tilakam means the forehead mark, which we ash or kumkum or sandalwood paste, etc., which we place on your forehead. That is given such an important position. So that kind of person, he is a forehead mark for all the three worlds. That kind of person, jananī, mother, tādriṣi sutaṃ, tam sutaṃ, jananī viralam janayati. A mother gives birth to that kind of son very rarely. Viralam means very rarely. Tathā, and also shakti vaikalya namrasya nissaratvat laghiyasah janmino mahīnātho trinasya cha samāgatihi. Shakti vaikalya namrasya nissaratvat laghiyasah janminah mahīnātho trinasya cha samāgatihi. Shakti vaikalya namrasya. Namra means he is a one who has humility. But this humility, this humbleness is not because of strength. Shakti vaikalya, because of losing his strength, one who has become humble. One who shows his humility. See, you should show your humility when you have the strength, you have the power. But when you start becoming very humble, when you don't have the power, nissaratvat laghiyasa, without, since that person does not have strength or the power or any essence, he becomes very light. That kind of person or that kind of thing. Janmino mahīnātho. Janmino mahīnātho. A person by birth is without any shame. Okay? Trinasya cha, and the grass. Samāgatihi, they are treated equally, meaning they are crushed. When you are humble, when you have power, then that is a different thing. People respect that kind of person even if he falls. But if you play all the games when you are powerful and become humble when you are without any power, when you lose the power, then people will crush you. That is what he says. Apicha, not only this. There is something else also. Anya pratapamasadya yo dhīrāṇām na gacchati jatujābharanasyaiva rūpenapi hitasya kim. Anya pratapamasadya yo dhīrāṇām na gacchati jatuja abharanasyaiva rūpenapi hitasya kim. Anya pratap, see, you have to have your own strength. If you don't have your strength or valor, but if you have people along who has valor and who has strength, then at least with the support of that kind of people, yo dhīrāṇām na gacchati, one who does not gain the strength to face things. That kind of person is like a jatuja abharanasya. Jatuja abharana. Abharana means ornament. Like an ornament made of jatoho jatam jatuja. Jatuja means made of wax, bee wax. Ornament made of wax. Rūpenapi, even if it is so beautiful, nicely carved and nicely made, tasya kim. What is the use of that? You cannot wear it. You cannot wear it. And it will melt in heat. So what's the point in it being so beautiful and all that? It doesn't have any value. That's the idea. Okay. Tadevam ñātvā swāminā dhairyāṃ karyah. So understanding these kind of things, your Lord, you should have to have this courage. That is important now. Courage is what is important now. Na shabda matra dhetavya. You should not be afraid of things just because you hear the sound. some sound. Just because you hear a sound, you shouldn't be afraid. Uktañca. And it is also said. What is said? Purvam eva maya jñātam purnametat hi medasa anupravashya vijñātam yavat charmacha darucha. Purvam eva maya jñātam purnam etad hi medasa anupravashya vijñātam yavat charmacha darucha. Purvam eva maya jñātam. Earlier, I understood very clearly. Maya jñātam. I understood. What did I understand? Purnam etat hi medasa. This is definitely filled with a medas. Medas is the bone marrow, the sticky thing which is inside the bone. Okay, so I understood that it is filled with a marrow. Means it is filled with the blood and the flesh and all that. It is filled with everything. Anupravishya, after entering it, vijñātam, I understood. Yavat charmacha darucha. It is only skin and wood. Do you understand anything? I don't understand. First, I understood that it has bone marrow and it has marrow and all that. Now, after I entered it, I understood it is only skin and wood. What does that mean actually? It does not make any sense, right? Okay. If you say right, yes, then Pingalaka aha, Pingalaka says, Katham etad. How is that so? I don't understand. What are you saying? How is it so? So Bravit, so Damanaka answers him. This is a story. This is a prelude to this story. What is that? Kaschit Gomayur Nama Shrigalaha Chut Shama Kantaha Itaha Tataha Paribhraman Vane Sainyadvaya Sangrama Bhumim Apashyat. Kaschit Gomayur Nama Shrikalaha. Shrikalaha, fox, again another fox. What is its name? Gomayu. It is not Damanaka Karataka, it's named Gomayu. Gomaryu Nama. That is how it is said, but it should probably be Gomayur Nama. Okay. Gomayu is the name of that fox. Jackal. Okay. Chut Shama Kantha. Chut means thirst. And because of the shut means hunger. Because of hunger and thirst, his throat is parched. Chama Kantha means his throat is parched completely. In that state, itaha tataha paribhraman. He is going here and there. He's wandering here and there for food, some food. Vane. At that point of time in the forest, Sainyadvaya Sangrabhumi Ampashat. He saw a place where there was a fight between two parties. It's a battlefield. He sees a battlefield where two armies fought. Okay. Now, in olden days, I'll come to that again. Tasyancha dundubhehe patitasya vayuvashat balli shakhagraihi hanyamanasya shabdam ashrunot. Shabdam ashrunot. He heard sound. Sound of water. Hanyamanasya. Sound of beating. Beating of water. Valli shakhagraihi. Beating of the valli. Valli means the vine, the creeper. Okay. So this vine is there. The tip of the vine is beating. Beating water. Beating because of vayuvashat, because of the wind. Beating water. Dundubehe patitasya. Beating on the dundubi, a drum. Okay. So there is a vine which is hanging, multiple vines. So when there is wind, they move, and because of the movement, it hits again and again this drum which is behind that. Now I'll tell the story. See, in olden days, yuddha means war. War means yuddha in Sanskrit. The yuddha, the war is not like today's war. Whether today's war is a debate or today's war is a political war, today's war is a war between two countries, there is no dharma. In olden days, in India, we used to fight. Even in yuddha, there is dharma. Dharma yuddha, we call it. After 6 o'clock, they won't fight. When two parties decide, let us not fight during this period, they won't fight. So, in the at the beginning of the war and the end of the war, they'll have to beat the drums. They'll beat the drums and blow the conch to say, now it has started. Now it stopped. And probably these people were, the drummers were like cheerleaders also. If their party is winning, they'll beat in some tune, and if they are losing, they'll beat in some tune or something like that, probably, right? So these drums, once they lose or something, they'll just drop. They are dead, so they drop dead, and they'll drop these. Or if they run away also, they'll drop these and run away. Okay, so the drums are left there in the battlefield. So after a period of time, the trees and the vines and all that underneath which they sat, and the vines are there, and they start growing and all that, and because of that the vine is beating on the drum. So this jackal named Gomayu hears this sound, and like the king Pingalaka, this jackal also, atha shubita hridayaschintayamasa, his heart sinks, and he is afraid, and because of that afraid, he started thinking, aho vinattosmi, oh, I'm dead completely. तद यावत न अस्य प्रोचारित शब्दस्य दृष्टिगोचरे गच्छामि तावत अन्यतो व्रजामि. So before this fellow, whoever is making the sound, before he wakes up, I'll run away from this place. He decided to run away from that place. Atsaba, or else, why should I run away? Because naitadyujyate sahasaiva pitru paitavaham vanam tyaktum. It is not right to give up the forest which my father and my forefathers, my grandfather, etc., have lived in. I have inherited from them. So it is not right for me to give up immediately this forest and run away. It's not right. Uktañca, it is also said. What is said? Bhaye va yadi va harṣe samprāpte yo na vimarṣayet krityam na kurute vegat na santapam apnuyat. Bhaye va yadi va harṣe samprāpte yo vimarṣayet krityam na kurute vegat na sa santapam apnuyat. Bhaye va yadi va harṣe, whether it is fear or if it is happiness, whatever may be the result. Samprāpte, when you face that situation, yo na vimarṣayet, one who inquires into it. Yo vimarṣayet, one who inquires into it, the cause for the fear and the cause for the happiness. See, if you understand the cause for the fear, you can get rid of the fear. If you understand the cause for the happiness, then you can gain the happiness again and again, right? So one who inquires into it, and krityam na kurute vegat, one who does not rush through the things, one who does not act rashly, he slowly and steadily performs the act. Na santapam apnuyat, he will never gain any trouble. If he thinks properly the cause for his experiences, and if he acts slowly and steadily, he will never get into any trouble. Tad tavat janami asya ayam kasya ayam shabdah. Therefore, I will understand whose sound is this, who is making this sound. Let me understand this. This is what this jackal thought, Gomayur thought. Okay. Dhairyam alambya vimarshayan yavat mandam mandam gacchati tavat dundubhi apashyat. Dundubhim apashyat. Dhairyam alambya, somehow gathering his courage, vimarshayan, thinking about this, the cause for this sound, this fear. Yavat mandam gandam gacchati, he goes slowly and slowly towards the thing which produces the sound. When he goes closer, he sees that dundubi, the drum. Sacha tam parignyaya samipam gatva swayameva kautukat atādayat. Sacha tam parignyaya samipam gatva. After seeing that, samipam gatva, he goes close to it, and swayameva kautuka tathā. Because of his foolishness, he slaps himself. What kind of fool I am? I was afraid of this. Now, you have to remember, this fellow sees the skin. He does not know it is a drum. He sees the skin, and the skin is pale, and it does not have any hair. It is very rigid. And because of these reasons, he understands that this animal is dead long ago. I don't have to worry about it. That's the idea he has. Bhuyancha harshaj achintayat. Again, because of happiness, he started thinking. With happiness, he started thinking. What did he think? Aho, chiradeta dasmakam mahad bhojanam apatitam. Oh, I have finally found a great food. Tad nunam prabhutam mamsa medo asrbihi paripuritam bhavishyati. Definitely, this will be filled with this food, whatever I am seeing. It will be filled with the marrow. So I can have food for a long period of time. I don't have to worry about my food for a long period of time. Healthy food. This is what he thought. Tathā. Thereafter, parusha charma avaguntitam tad kathamapi vidarya. So because of the heat and because of the rain and all that, the skin of the drum, it has become so tight. Okay, and somehow that kathamapi vidarya, he somehow slowly chewing it and gnawing it, he slowly tore it open. Ekadesha tore it open in one part. Chidram krutva, making a hole into it. Samhrishtamanaha madhye pravishta. With happy heart, he entered it inside that hole. Param charma viralam vijaranato damshra bango janayati. And he didn't see anything there. But what happened is, because of tearing this skin, his jaw got broken. Damshra bangaha. Damshra bangaha means jaw. Damshra means jaw. Bhanga means broken. It got broken. It happens like that. See, once I was eating some dates. So normally what you do is 3-4 dates, small dates. You just throw it in your mouth and chew it and spit the seed, right? So I also counted 1, 2, 3, 4, threw it inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, over. Okay. Now I started chewing. But the funny thing is, there was one small date which was hidden as in the bigger date or close to it. It stuck to it. I didn't see that. So after spitting the 4 seeds, and I started chewing it hard, I got hit by this seed. This jawline, it became so blocked, I could not chew anything for 1 month. 1 month. I was just saying, okay, it will go today, it will go today, it will go today. After 1 month, it became even more worse. I could not even chew rice. Nicely cooked rice. I could not even chew that. So I said, no. Now I have to take care of this. This was in Rishikesh. Okay. There was this medical college called Seema Dental College. Okay. So I went there. And I went to this doctor, and she checked my thing, and she asked me, are you thinking about this always, that you have the pain and you are not able to chew and all? I said, don't psychoanalyze me. I can do that better. This is a physical problem. So treat my physical problem, not psychological problem. I don't have psychological problem. She smiled at me and said, okay. She sent me to the X-ray room, and she checked, and later she gave, probably it is a spasm or something. I'll give you a muscle relaxant for 4 days. If you don't get cured because of this, then you have to come back. Otherwise, you don't have to come back. So I took medicine for 2 days, and my muscle got relaxed. I was okay. Now, these kind of things happen if you and 1 month ago, I read in paper, this lady in US, she was yawning. Everyone does that. And she was also yawning very happily. But the end result was her jaw cracked and she could not close it. She had to go to the operation theater and get it operated. So that is the kind of thing. Sometimes it happens. So this Gomayu, his jaw broke. Okay, bhanga samajati. Atha nirashibhutah tad daru shesham avalokya shlokam enam apatat. With a broken heart, nirashi means with a broken heart, this Jakal, daru shesham, of seeing the, see, once he entered inside, what does he see? Only the wooden pieces. So seeing that wooden pieces, shlokam enam apatat. He started saying this shloka. Puramevamaya jñātam. I learned earlier that I understood earlier that it is filled with all the goodies, the blood, the marrow and all that. And now I understand it is only skin and wood. Tathā na shabdamatrat bhetavyam. Therefore, just hearing to the sound, you should not be afraid. That is what is the idea here. Pingalaka aha. Now Pingalaka tells this Damanaka. What he says, we'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.